All right, guys. I know we had a small DC, but now we're back into the game. Same picks and same bans. Over on the blue team, we do have the Gragas, Kha'Zix, Rumble, and on the purple team, we do have the LeBlanc, Lissandra, and Blitzcrank ban coming over on the purple team. So, DJ, you want to talk about those bans again?
Yeah, just looking at the bans. So, bans, the Gragas is definitely banned towards tons of damage. The Blitzcrank towards Vadapocha because that's his comfort pick. It's basically his only pick, and it's pretty much been his only pick throughout most of the games. Lissandra towards Crimson Hell 12 because he does play a main Lissandra, but I don't think that they should have banned out the Lissandra. They should have rather banned out the Irelia because Gautam Iverson has picked up the Lissandra for Crimson Hell 12, and so the LeBlanc ban is definitely towards IMZ. He plays an amazing LeBlanc, but as you had noted, Loki, they should have banned out Zed, but I'm not sure if he will pick up the Zed even though it's in his name. Yeah, and tons of damage is picked up. Scion, what do you think about the Scion? I mean, he's a bloody... Oh, he actually picked up the Zed. You were right, Loki. He actually picks up the Zed.
I don't think he'll lock it in. I think he'll probably go for an AP. I don't think he'll lock it in.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, because they have no AP right now, so it would be a bad... Oh, well, Sejuani does a little bit of AP damage, but yeah, that's arguable. But yeah, if that Zed gets locked in, I'd be surprised. You're probably right, Loki. But tons of damage does pick up the...
I think he's going to go for an Ezreal pick, because, you know, you have Kog'Maw, which has the mixed Trinity Force damage. I mean, Ezreal would fit... Well, actually, it wouldn't fit very decently into this comp, but... I really doubt that he's gonna go Zed. I'd probably be really surprised if he does lock in that Zed.
Well, he's holding on to the Zed, but he might be hovering all other champs. Yeah, he's picking the Lux. Maybe not, but if he does, I wouldn't be surprised. He actually tried playing the Ezreal along with the Kog'Maw against, I think it was Team Runefast, or actually it was Team Maleficent, a previous game against Team Maleficent. I think they lost. Chloe played a mean Kog'Maw in that game, but Zed also had an amazing Ezreal, but the sync just didn't work. They did pretty well, and then suddenly they just started losing the game. Their synchrony was out of proportion, and it didn't work too well for them. And I don't think they want to repeat that. So Zed just locks in the Lux just to get the insane damage, keep it ranged, and well, they need the AP, so I don't blame him for picking up the Lux. She's doing a lot of damage, so... But I also like the purple team's team.
I kind of disagree on that Lux pick, to be honest.
Yeah,
so, you know, even if you talk about the mid lane matchup, I mean, look at Lux. I mean, she's like 80% skill shot based. I mean, you have to land the snare, you have to land your E, and you have to use your auto attacks along with the passive. And I guess it would kind of stack with the Leona passive in team fights. But I'm really not, you know, I'm not really a fan of a Lux pickup. I think it's complete luck. And even if you, oh wow, you have the counter. You have Zed that picks
Okay, I think Lux is going to get taken down now. Yep, I actually think Lux will get taken down. But yeah, continue, Loki. You were talking about the Lux.
Yeah, I think he should switch to Exhaust. But anyway, so Lux in this matchup is going to be really hard. If he's going to hit his skill shots, then, you know, all well and good. If he doesn't hit his skill shots, then their team is just going to lack a shit ton of damage. So yeah, it's really a versatile pick, and not really the one I'm not really kind of a fan of such Lux pickups. Plus, you have the Black Shield coming in from Morgana on the opposite team, so I really doubt that this Lux is gonna have a huge impact in this game.
Fair enough, but I've said this before. IMZ is an amazing mid laner, so just to give him credit, I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna say that this Lux pickup might just work, as awkward as that might seem, and especially the simple fact that it's against a Zed just seems to be like, I don't know, emanating with like a huge fail right there. But I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say this Lux might just pull it off, especially because I esteem this player at really high level. And I also love Chloe's Kog'Maw. So I'm looking to see how great the bot lane is going to be. Vadapocha is probably just going to get his passive procced up on the Corki and hope that Chloe can take down the Corki. And I'm looking forward to early kills. So I'm not looking forward to a late Kog'Maw. Of course, a late Kog'Maw is super strong, but I want to see him get some early kills and start snowballing out of control early game. So this game doesn't pull off for too long. I want to see some early action. I've always been a fan of quick and easy games, just one-sided, and it's always just fun like that. for me personally, not for other people. But yeah, what are you looking forward to, Loki?
Yeah, so these team comps have a lot of similarities. I mean, you have both the Trinity Force, Kog'Maw, and Corki, which they're gonna have a good power spike in the mid 20 minutes of the game, which should be good. Although I guess early game would probably go to blue team because
Yeah.
you have Irelia on that Trinity Force, and I don't know how Sion's build is gonna go, but I think during that 20-minute mark, once you have the double Trinity Force on the blue team, they will relatively be stronger. And I want to really touch about this mid lane matchup. So Lux versus Zed, we basically have the basic concept of Zed countering a Lux, as in, he has his ultimate, he has his shadows to juke most of Lux's skills. But again, I see the Lux taking the heal summoner instead of an exhaust to really prevent Zed from doing the death mark. So
I think that may be a mistake, though. That's what I think. I think he just didn't realize. I hope he does.
It
soon
could be a
enough,
mistake, but then he could also be a very confident player. I mean, his name is IMZ. So,
yeah, he knows what Zed does.
He probably knows the limits of Zed inside out, just like me. But
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah, so I guess it's kind of a confident pick where he took the heal instead of exhaust. But I really just don't know how this matchup is gonna go. I mean, I think if you actually have a Zed in hand and you just need to dodge the skill shots. I mean, it looks like a very basic concept, but it does take a lot of skill. But then again, you have so much mobility with your ultimate and with your W, and it is indeed very possible. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't know how this matchup is going. It should go in Zed's favor, to be honest, because Zed is Zed. He's like the king of all mid laners. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that. It will probably go in Zed's favor, but I've always wanted to give the benefit of the doubt to IMZ. Just it's probably because I know him so well and I know his play so well. I couldn't say he's like Faker, but I'd say he's like Faker in the semi-pro league. That's what I'd say. I don't want to give him too much credit, but I'm just gonna say he's like the Faker of semi-pro league. And just for that, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm actually hoping that he pulls out some really good moves, because it's always nice to see the underdog win. Because right now we're thinking, okay, Zed versus Lux. Zed is just gonna wreck Lux. That's like a known fact. But I want to see the Lux wreck the Zed. I mean, that's something that I really want to see. Just going back to the top lane, we're talking about the Irelia versus the Sion. I don't think anyone's really going to get a kill because Sion's just too tanky for Irelia. Even though she does the true damage, I still think the Sion's too damn tanky. And the Sion definitely can't take down the Irelia. I don't even have to explain why he can't. And going to this jungle, Devils is an amazing jungler. So is Gautam Iverson. Gautam Iverson is more of a passive jungler, keeps to his side of the jungle, doesn't even try to invade. He does occasionally go to the dwell in the other side of the jungle just to ward, nothing more. If he sees an enemy laner, he just runs. He splits immediately. As far as Devils is concerned, he's not afraid of anything. He actually walks straight up to the enemy junglers, and he doesn't worry. He knows how much damage he can take. He knows how much damage he can put out, and he will mostly just continuously gank mid lane. That's his sort of playstyle. He tries to get his mid laner as fed as possible. I mean, that's a logical decision because you can't get the Sion too fed. I don't think that's how it works, because like impossible to kill an Irelia with the Sion and vice versa. And also he probably can't gank the bot lane either, since they've got the Leona and just stun up everyone and walk away. And so yeah, so I'm looking for a lot of action in the mid lane. But overall, how do you think that these particular teams are going to scale over the course of the game?
yeah, well, it looks like pretty even scaling. I guess you could give the advantage to the blue team in the early game, but I think as the game keeps on progressing, it's mostly even. It depends mostly upon how the teams play and how effective they play, because the scaling looks quite even, almost even. I guess you could say blue team has the better scaling, but it really looks quite even if you ask me. And AD carries, both Trinity Force AD carries, both are pretty standard stuff. But the main thing I'd like to say is the jungle. I mean, you have Sejuani, which is such a high tier pick in the meta right now. I mean, tank junglers is what's on the trend right now. You really need to get tanky jungler and one that can do a lot of CC. So, Sejuani is great, and Amumu is also pretty good in this meta, but not many people do notice him. I mean, he is a tanky AP jungler, and his ultimate is, very, very similar to what Sejuani can do. I mean, you can grab, you can, the curse of the sad mummy, and the ultimate is very similar. So, it really just depends upon individual play coming into this game. It depends upon the lane matchup. It depends upon positioning. It just depends upon the standard stuff. It just depends upon standard stuff like how fights are gonna go and such like that. It's not gonna be really a scaling dependent game where okay, we're losing early game, we just farm up to late game or something like, and then at 30 or 40 minutes ago we just overpower them. It's not gonna be a game like that. It's gonna be a very game that players need to focus on their individual gameplay.
Yeah, there's no. I've got to agree with you on that, Loki. There's no. Neither of these teams are particularly strong in the late game. Of course, the Kog'Maw is strong, and the Corki does fall off late game. But that doesn't mean that the blue team can outright win late game team fights. It doesn't work like that, and neither can the red team win outright team fights because they've got the Zed split pushing for sure. He will split push, and at that point, the blue team needs to send someone to counter the Zed, and the only person that could possibly do it is Irelia. But at that point, if it becomes a 1-3-1 with the red team, no one's going to stop the Scion. So they have a lot to worry about. But now that we're in the game, the junglers are pretty much just going with standard, buffs because Amumu's going for the Gromp and the blue, and Sejuani is just taking the Krugs and moving on to the red. And just seems like standard lanes, a 2v2 lane at bot, no special moves. But yeah, I'm still looking forward to some good action happening at mid, and it seems like the Lux is pushing up immediately. Like she's already pushed up to the mid tower. What do you think about this, Loki?
Yeah, so Lux is just gonna try and play as aggro as possible. She's gonna try and always look for the leads, which is how you should play. You should play a Lux in the laning phase early, because if you kind of play the farm game and the last hitting game with Zed, it's really not gonna work out for you, knowing that you're a AP mage and you're against a high AD assassin. So it really doesn't work out like that. This bot lane also is going to be very interesting. I mean, Morgana, we haven't really touched about the supports much, like besides the AD carry, but I'd really like to touch on the supports. So you have Morgana, you have Leona, pretty standard supports. Morgana counters with the black shield, but it really depends upon how you play it. I mean, we've all played solo queue, and we've all had that one irritating Morgana that could never black shield on time.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, who hasn't? But seems that the Morgana is actually doing really well because she's dealing some hard damage on both the ADC and the support. Well, support's taking quite a bit of damage. Of course,
good trade coming on the red team's point of view. I mean, they got the support lower than they got the AD carry, and the AD carry can just heal up with the health pot. And Morgana, doing the best she can to prevent Leona from healing back. I mean, always working on those auto attacks and the micro trades, I'd like to say.
Yeah, definitely the perfect word for micro trades. And yeah, that's working out really well. And if you just go straight to the mid lane, you've got the Zed dealing a ton of damage to the Lux, and she's already started sort of losing out on the lane, and this is looking really bad for the Lux. I mean, I do want to still give her the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully she might be able to pick up after 6 if she can stay out of range, but this might go south for the Lux. What do you think? I mean, you pretty much said in the beginning of the game that this will go bad for Lux.
Yeah, indeed, but again, I also said that it's also very dependent upon skill shot. So, say Zed is trying to harass you with a shadow. If you can get a good stun and a decent E, and try to avoid that shadow getting poked, then you should win this lane. I mean, both considering lane-wise, both champions are pretty similar to their playstyle according to harass. I mean, Zed, you put the shadow off. You get a slow, you get some damage down, you miss or hit the shurikens, and same with Lux. I mean, you hit that snare, then you follow it up with an E and a few auto attacks. But this looks like an interesting situation right here. Both junglers in the mid lane. I think Flash used by Zed. I don't know why, but here comes Devils. Devils getting snared up. Right now, Gotham Iverson taking very low. Ignite goes down, but Sam also is very low. Zed, I mean, I am Zed, not having the mana to, poke down or do any damage in that small skirmish. So, yeah, and again, another problem with Lux. You're mana dependent. If he had a bit more mana of that fight, then he could have easily gotten a kill onto Sam, aka Zed.
Yeah, Sam pretty much blew his flash immediately. I don't even know why he flashed. You're right about that, Loki. I mean, I think it was a preemptive flash. He just freaked out that the Sejuani or the Zed might just, or the Lux might just get a skill shot on him. I mean, Sejuani doesn't particularly have skill shots. I mean, her Q is sort of just go in. It's not that difficult to hit. But yeah, the Zed kind of freaked out and he flashed out immediately. I think that was a burn of flash that was unnecessary, but the Sejuani did flash out just as fast. She got caught up. I mean, those sidesteps did not favor her. But yeah, this, as you said, the mana dependent Lux, that's the problem with Lux right now. She's way too mana dependent. So yeah, that's gonna hurt her for quite a while. And yep, so
well, actually,
that's pretty much all I can say.
You know, sorry for interrupting you, but you know,
Yeah,
I just
go for
realized
it.
something during that small skirmish they had in mid. They
Yeah.
blew out the junglers. They blew out the jungler, which is Sejuani's flash, for 2 summoners on Zed. So right now Zed does
Yeah.
not have his ignite or flash, while Lux has her heal as well as flash. So I guess that could be, they could make that into a useful trade, where a trade as in, like, you know, if Lux could probably get a solo kill onto Zed, then you know that would be much worth. But right now in the top lane we just had a small skirmish, nothing big there. But yeah, so you know, Lux should really try and make this count. He should really try and poke Zed, or you know, get a solo kill on Zed, because he does have the summoner advantage.
Yeah, Loki, I think you might be lagging behind a bit because I just saw that Sejuani just got the first blood on Zed. I think it might just show up for you just now. I mean, I'm kind of lagging out too. I think there's something
what
wrong with the
time are you
server.
on?
I'm on 7:17.
Okay, you're really ahead of me. Lokesh, what time are you on?
I think Lokesh's not on stream right now, but yeah, even though I'm ahead of you, I'm actually lagging out. I don't know what's happening. I think it's something wrong with the server. That's why we're both lagging out. But yeah, just folks, if we are behind on the stream, don't worry about it. We're trying our best because it seems that the servers are really messed up right now, so we will get back to you on what the problem is by the next game. But right now, if you do see us on different times, don't worry about it too much. So yeah, so did you just see the first blood?
Yeah, I saw the first blood, and that was just very well executed by...
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so this is one of the good things about Lux. If you can land a snare, I mean, she didn't miss the snare, but she did get the slowdown. If you can get even one of those kill shots near the enemy laner, that's pretty much enough to guarantee you a kill, if with help, of course. I mean, the Sejuani did come down to help, and that was enough to take down the Zed. The Zed pretty much used his ult, and he couldn't take down the Lux. So, and the Lux is, getting ahead now. So that's more than enough for her to pretty much snowball out of control. You know how much damage the Lux does, right? So I don't even have to talk about that. So I actually feel that the Lux might just snowball out of this. I mean, 1 kill is enough for Zed to just get really confident, and I'm hoping to see some more good plays from Zed. Right now, the Sejuani is just clearing out wolves. The Amumu, as I said, Devils is an amazing jungler, and he's really, really aggressive. He's pretty much sticking around in the blue jungle, just not worrying about anything. And he knows he's got backup from Sion. Sion did walk down, and the Zed is also covering for him. But yeah, I don't think he should be this cocky, especially when they've lost first blood. The first blood is not as important, but yeah, I still don't think they should be this cocky. If another person goes down and someone starts snowballing, it would not be favorable for the red team, that is Team Maleficent. So what do you think about these aggressive plays from Amumu, Loki?
Yeah, well, you know, I think all of Team Maleficent understand how crucial laning phase is. So yeah, they're gonna be trying to get their laners ahead. Well, that's Amumu's idea, is to try to get her laners ahead. But right now we had an ult coming out by IMZ. Unfortunately, no mana to follow up. But actually, I just got note from Lokesh that you know, me and him are kind of synced on the same time, and you're a little bit ahead. So
then that's fine. Then that's fine. You can just keep casting as you are.
yeah. So Yeah, so as I was saying before, Amumu knows that, the laning phase of both these teams are very crucial, and small leads for his laners could actually lead into big ones. That's why he's trying to play as aggressive as possible, trying to gank whichever lane is really pushed out, and just not allowing the opponent laners to be too comfortable in this lane, especially the bot lane, because bot lane, most junglers in this league don't really like to gank the bot lane as much, because that is just a very crucial lane to gank. I mean, one small misplay can screw up completely, and the bot lane is just a very sensitive lane to touch. So there's a lot of skirmishes happening in the mid and jungle, but right now Devils looks like he's caught up. Sejuani ultimate being used, but here comes the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Both of these people are CC'd. Now here comes IMZ, gets a beautiful snare on both. Devils goes very down. IMZ will be picking up the kill onto Amumu. Double buffs will be transferred, and Sam just coming too late to the party, so that's 2 kills on blue team already.
Yeah, so just going back to talking about the ball.
Irelia going in again. A bad play coming up from Irelia. Deathmark will go down. Heal being used, but Irelia will go low and will die to the Zed. Tons of damage being a good beefy front line, but can IMZ do something up? He's got the double buffs. He misses the snare. This is the CC2, and tons of damage, and Zed just being able to walk out of the skirmish like there's no tomorrow. But yeah, so misplays on both the teams, but I guess it was the red team that really didn't favor from that skirmish over there.
Yeah, while all that was happening, there was a massive fight at bot lane. Everyone at bot lane pretty much blew all their summoners. The Morgana blew her exhaust. She held onto her flash, which is actually quite surprising. The Corki blew both heal and flash, and the Leona blew heal, flash, ult, and this is surprising because Chloe never uses his summoners. He's really careful about using his summoners. He feels that if he does not blow his summoners on the first fight, he can just use it in the second fight to have that little bit of the advantage. But apparently he just blew his heal and flash, so this is quite surprising because I know Chloe's playstyle. As you were saying, the junglers aren't focusing bot lane because even a tiny mistake can just ruin everything. And I think Gotham Iverson's just been caught up in the red team jungle, and he might go down. No, he just queues away.
Yeah, he does take a little bit of damage. Aurora flashing in, missing the stun, will put the pool down, but that's not going to be everything. And bot lane actually wasting their, the support actually wasting the flash, so it's going to be 0 summoners down and a kill over on the other team's bot lane, so this look very good for Maleficient.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, blue team, that is Team Thefegits, is already 3 kills ahead. 2 kills ahead because Maleficent did get 1 kill. But yeah, so this is definitely not looking good for Team Maleficent, especially with the way that Team Thefegits play. Once they get ahead, they don't lose that lead. They're not a team to throw, even though they have thrown 1 game, but they've learned. They usually learn quite well from their mistakes, and they know for a fact that they don't want to throw this game. So they will play safe, but at the same time, while I say they will play safe, they will try to snowball. And just going back to what you said about the bot lane and the junglers not ganking, hold on, there was a flash from IML because he nearly got caught up by the Scion's ult, but just back to passive.
He was able to dish out some pretty good damage.
Yeah,
fight happening over in bot lane. Amumu, I mean, Corki picking up a kill. Clovey also picking up another kill, a double kill, sorry. And actually, wow, that was a pretty... That was not a good gank. I don't. That's a
they're
very
gonna
hard,
make that clean up. They're gonna make it clean up.
Oh, now Zed going very aggressive. Gotham Iverson missing his ulti. Deathmark will get the kill, and a beautiful catch coming up from IMZ. But no, he's caught inside the stun. But no, Tech Shrinker will pop, and Lux will be backing away.
You can see the cockiness just coming out from Zed. I mean, he does get caught by the snare from light binding from the Lux. He walks away, takes down the pink ward, shadows over to the bars, over the dragon wall, takes down another ward, and just walks out. You can just see the nonchalance coming from Sam12345. He just does not care right now. I'm actually surprised by the cockiness that's coming out of him. I appreciate it, but I'm surprised because he, just a while ago, he was getting wrecked on that Zed, and he just escapes from another light binding with his shadow, which is good play from him. But yeah, so this is sort of like a comeback from the red team, so this is good to see. Actually looking forward to a really good game.
Yeah, well, what's good now is bot lane is, I think, evened up. I mean, 2 kills over to the AD carry, both Triforce completed, Doran's Blade. Although Corki does have the extra boots because, not really sure actually why. I guess he probably backed first. But yeah, so bot lane is kind of even now, so you know they're pretty much set if they can just play safe. What I like about this Morgana is she's constantly roaming between mid and bot, you know. Once bot is pushed up, she will roam to mid, try and catch the jungler out, making sure the river is warded and is a safe area for both laners. But, you know, she needs to make sure that she doesn't really roam too much and give too much CS over to the opponent team. But, you know, otherwise she's doing a very good job. She's got the catches that they've needed. And the game is kind of tied in kills. I guess, you know, 1k gold difference. Or, you know, 100 gold difference as of now. So really not a big deal there, but, you know, good plays coming out from Maleficient. I mean, they realized that they were behind, and they did the necessary requirements to kind of catch up. And now what they're going to probably be doing is, you know, looking for more small advantages over time. But if they're not confident, they could just, you know, stall it out till Dragon or something.
Just a technical question, Loki. What time are you on the stream? I'll just switch to that time.
Me and the stream is 1:15. I mean 16, 16:1, 16:2, 16:3,
okay.
16:4.
Okay, fair enough. So you're back on slot.
Yeah. So right now we're sticking to the current time. I mean, yeah. So you know, top lane. Let's talk about top lane a bit. Irelia farming a little bit better than Sion, and actually, we actually have a solo kill coming in the mid lane. I did not see that. We have to have a small trade shut down for a kill. Now Devo's going very aggressive onto IMZ, but I don't think this is a good idea. He's taking a lot of damage. Grab being pulled out. Can IMZ get a stun or something? No, he can't. He'll take the double buffs and walk away.
Yeah, I think that was good play from IMZ. He could have tried to get that double kill, but he would have also risked losing the double buff. So I think that was good. That was good play on him. And we also see the Irelia going pretty aggressive on tons of damage. This is good Irelia play.
Yeah, I mean, Irelia is building damage while tons of damage is going complete tank and wants to be a meat shield for his team. So of course Irelia is going to be having the edge over tons of damage. There's no doubt there. But it really depends upon team fights, to be honest. And you know, unless blue team can get a decent catch over before team fighting or something, or can waste some crucial ultimates or something, I really don't think that they should be team fighting at this mark because Irelia is just stronger at the moment.
Yeah, so Loki, I was just like wondering about the items now. So we see Lux with completed Athene's Unholy Grail. Do you think that was a good decision? I think she should have gone with the Hourglass first. Of course, she should have built the Chalice and left it at the Chalice rather than finishing the Holy Grail. What do you think about that?
Well, I guess maybe for the extra damage, so she's not completely useful, because useless. I mean, there is a lot of skirmishes happening. So I guess, you know, it is a decent finish to happen. I would have expected her to go Morelos, but, you know, I guess, you know, yeah, Chalice is not a bad idea too. Although the magic resist, I'm not sure who it is for.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. It was definitely not sure about the good picks or not, but I would have gone with Morello for sure. Just in this particular matchup.
But
yeah,
I guess you know, the better stats like the mana regen and you know, the passive. Actually, no, I'm not really too sure why they've gone Athene's, but
yeah,
personal preference. She's winning her lane and she's doing really good, so I guess, you know, you have the freedom to build whatever you want.
Fair enough. We see a Triforce on both the ADCs and a Triforce on Irelia, so it's gonna be pretty strong. The ADCs currently are just evenly matched up. Chloe's taking some damage from the harass, that is Corki's harass, so he's got his rockets just going blasting at full power. But they're both pretty much evenly matched up. They're just chilling in lane basically. But Corki, they're only down. Corki's only down by a single CS, and he's matched it up. So basically, the lanes are completely even at bot lane. Top's not doing that bad, and the mid lanes are pretty much even too. So this is good play from both teams. That's what I think. And you were right.
Very down. Solar Flare does hit, but they do realize that the jungler is in the brush, and actually a panic flash coming up from Morgana. So even though the jungler did come bot lane, that trade just goes completely on Thefegits' favor.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Aurora, yeah, that panic flash. She didn't do a panic flash over near mid, but she sort of blew her flash and did not anticipate that Zed would I don't know, just sidestep the binding from Morgana. So that's two flashes from Aurora that hasn't really been convincing, but I'm pretty sure she knows what she's doing, and I'm hoping to see some other good Morgana plays. I actually haven't seen a single Soul Shackles from Morgana. Have you seen any Soul Shackles from Morgana, Loki?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet. So we'll probably be seeing some good damage coming out from Morgana in just a bit. We actually see the top tower going down for the blue team. So this is good Irelia play, as I was saying. This is what I was saying during the banning phase. If they had banned out this Irelia, I'm pretty sure the red team would have done a lot better, because Crimson is known for his Irelia and his Rumble. And I just think the red team, if they had done their research just a little bit better, they could have banned out a really strong champ for the blue team. So whether this is not a misban from the red team or not, I'm not sure, but it's up to them. And sorry, it was up to them. And but I'm still hoping to see some really good plays from the red team.
Indeed, and a lot of function stuff happening mid. I am Zed putting out some decent damage onto Devils, but he won't go down. And Sam with a beautiful play out with his shadows, and they were just able to get an easy tower dive onto the Lux and burn the summoners, including the kill. So pretty worth for the red team, sorry. Amumu is very low. He also doesn't have his ultimate, but they do need a smite for the dragon. But nope, red team playing very cocky or confidently and taking the dragon without any smite. So I think that's just really bad communication on the blue team's part. I mean, you realize IMZ should have called out like, hey, Amumu doesn't have any health or nothing. They don't have death mark. They don't have summoners. You can just go in and get an easy steal. But due to a miscommunication error and a DC, I guess, they give up a free dragon and a free kill over in the mid lane, which is very crucial and you shouldn't do.
Yeah, so just going back to the mid lane skirmish, when Amumu did flash in, he actually ulted and the ult failed. He flashed in and Lux was outside his ult range, Amumu's ult range, which was quite surprising considering that Amumu's ult range is pretty damn huge. But regardless, when the Lux did die, I think she could have got a double kill if she had managed to get the kill on the Amumu, because once the Amumu died, if the Amumu had died, the Lux would have regened 5% mana and mana and health, and that would have been enough to take down that Zed once he was under the tower. So I kind of feel bad for Lux at that point, especially being ganked by someone as strong as Amumu and also Zed at the same time. So, well, it was good play from Lux regardless of the fact that she went down, because she did take Amumu down to a sliver of health, as you had noted, Loki. So it is good play from Blue, but I still think that she should have communicated with her team and said that Amumu does not have any summoners. Someone just take him down, or come and give me a gank, because it's been quite a while since Sejuani's actually come down to mid, and I think Sejuani really needs to help this Lux get back on her feet against Zed.
Yeah, just looking at the assists alone, Sejuani is being very reckless compared to Amumu. I mean, Amumu is playing aggressive, and he has he has his laners to back him up, and he's participated in 4 kills out of the kills which they have, which is very good on a jungler such as Amumu. You always want to play those support. You always want the assists. You could get the kills, but you mainly get your items off the assists and help your laners secure the kills, which he's done successfully. Whereas Sejuani is kind of lagging behind a bit, I'd say.
Yeah, Sejuani was a good pick, but not doing as well as I would have hoped. The Amumu is actually doing pretty well. Maybe not in the beginning, but now he's doing really well. The Irelia is probably the best pick right now.
Yeah, indeed. And one thing I wanted to point out is I don't think the blue team, despite having the gold lead and the towers and basically face rolling top, they don't have they didn't realize how important that dragon was to them. But over in the bot lane, we do have a fight. Leona with a beautiful solar flare. Here comes IMZ with the very good ultimate coming up, heal being used will probably save them both, and that will be a good disengage. But Irelia coming in with his ulti, don't know why he did. Amumu also there, Zed also coming up along with the support, but I think that's just going to be a free tower. Good poke on the Devils. He will be taking a lot of damage, but they really should be focusing the turret instead of Devils. Sad Curse of the Mummy will go down, but he will also go down. Deathmark going on Key, but no, he's just going to be CC'd up. I think Corki will go down, but no, he doesn't. And now Aurora with a beautiful 3-man ultimate gets 3 stuns, but there's no damage to blow it up. Chloe getting a double kill. Passive will be knocked, and that's basically an ace coming out from the blue team right there. Beautifully executed.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about, the high skill plays from the blue team. I'd mentioned this before, I know them pretty well. They are known to play really,
oh, wait,
really well.
I don't think the fight is over. Now, tons of damage being calculated. Sejuani finally using the ultimate. Ultimate from Lux does go down, and that's a proper ace coming. But no, Irelia will go down. Ooh, the Scion passive doing a lot of damage. And wow, 2 aces, I guess, coming out from...
Yeah, that was basically a double ace, wasn't it? Yeah, it was definitely a double ace. But I wish the Irelia hadn't gone down, but that was inevitable. At that point, I knew the Irelia was definitely going to go down. I'm sure the viewers knew, and I'm sure you knew too. Yeah, so that Scion's passive is pretty damn good at some points when the enemy laners are actually right in front of him. Coming back to the Chloe that is with his Kog'Maw, he is an amazing Kog'Maw, as you've just seen. He does not fear for anything. He's sort of like Devils on the enemy team. Devils is a jungler who's fearless, and well, this Kog'Maw that is Chloe is pretty... Okay, you might want to cast this
Aurora
spot.
getting caught out. Chloe doing a lot of damage. Chloe will take the kill. Now he's just gonna go pump onto Sam, taking a lot of damage. He's taken very low. Will Kog'Maw keep going for it? No! Sam shadowing out. Wow, very good plays coming out on both of these teams. I mean, I think you can just see Morgana just disrespecting the AD carry. I mean, he does not respect the 4 kills and the 200 farm this Kog'Maw has, and Kog'Maw is just shredding through every assassin and support in this game. Very good play. You can just see the crits along with his ultimate just wrecking. And you know, it would have been a double kill there if he probably burnt a summoner or got a speed booster, you know, anything. But you know, Zed waiting for his last shadow and shadowing out the last second. I mean, if he didn't use his shadow that time, that would have been an easy double kill and a huge throw from red team, which, you know, they are really throwing right now. I mean, they're digging themselves into a hole which they soon won't be able to climb out of.
Definitely. Okay, we might see the Irelia
I
getting
think
caught
Irelia
up.
is gonna get caught out. Will Aurora land the stun? Oh no, she doesn't. Exhaust will go down, and
we might actually see Morgana go down. No, she actually uses her ultimate, that is Soul Shackles, and
Aurora taking a lot of damage, and you know, this ultimate being used now. Devil's coming in. Will he use his ulti? Yes, he does. All for 2 people. Solar Flare coming in. Aurora taken down very low, but there's no DPS. IMZ also caught out. Kog'Maw is in the bot lane, and I don't even know what the blue team were doing right there.
but I actually think it's a good thing that this Kog'Maw is just pushing hard as soon as he saw that his team was getting wrecked near the Baron. So he might be able to take down this turret, but I doubt it because the Zed is coming down fast and he does have his ultimate.
I think he'll be able to take it. Yeah, he'll be able
hopefully.
to take it.
But he might be taken down along with it.
Oh no,
Ooh.
bad play, God, Kog'Maw. Very bad play. I mean, he has, when you're an ADC and when you have 5 kills, and you know, you have your Trinity Force, you know you're kind of stronger than Zed. I mean, if he just wasn't caught between the 2 shadows of the Zed, he would have actually made that into a kill. So, you know, he didn't play that out very correctly. I know it's a lot of mechanical play coming in, but you know, it's stuff that, you know, could have been done, because you know, he's literally standing in between the 2 shadows of the Zed, and that's a double shuriken plus the E being hit on, and that's a lot of damage just going on to the Kog'Maw. But you know, I guess it's kind of worth, I mean, you know, inner turret for a kill, and yeah, you get the gold lead, so you know, always objectives over kills.
Well, yeah, I've got to agree with you on that one, because the Kog'Maw did misplay it, but I think he's also got this thing in his mind that the Kog'Maw will outscale pretty much everyone. Got mean damage, he's an immobile ADC, but no one can particularly target him because they have to target the Lux and the rest of the team, and the Irelia is just gonna... Pretty much everyone on the blue team will peel for the Kog'Maw, so he has nothing to worry about. He's an amazing ADC. He makes sure he's not caught up, and we might just see them going for the dragon right now. The blue team's just going straight up for the dragon, and this is not particularly sneaky because the Zed is right on the outside, and he's actually going in. We might see the Zed going down.
Good spell field going on, but Aurora will be the target. She will go down. Now Devils comes in. Curse of the Sad Mummy gonna be used right now. Gets 3 members, but there's no point. A lot of DPS coming around from Irelia alone. Now ultimate target 7 is the new focus. No, they're probably gonna leave him. Sion making a good distraction. Kog'Maw is still up and is doing a lot of damage. Here comes, good flash coming up from ultimate target. Sion completely missing his ultimate, but now he's gonna be the new target. Chloe doing a shit ton of damage along with Irelia, and they're getting the Sion very low, but he's just gonna go flash out. And now all they have is the dragon to pick up. Could probably take a cheeky kill on ultimate target 7, but they just don't see him right there, and they're gonna be happy with the trade-off, and they get a free dragon, which will be the 3rd dragon, I think. Yeah, 3rd dragon of the game. They do get the movement speed. No, I think that's 2nd. Is that 2 or 3? I'm kind of confused.
No, this is their 1st dragon. The red team actually took the first 2 dragons. So yeah, this is their 1st dragon. So yeah, so the red team was doing pretty well, as I said, and the blue team pretty much just started face rolling on them. So the blue team has come back and they're doing really well now. But yeah, just talking about this Kog'Maw. I told you, right, this guy, Chloe, is just an amazing ADC. I've never seen someone play as well as he is. You could just see him just standing on the outskirts and just auto-attacking the Mumu. He pretty much took down both the tanks without any issues. Well, he didn't take down the Sion, but Sion did blow his flash and he was pretty low. So you just see this Kog'Maw just, I don't know, he's not worried about anything, but he's also keeping himself pretty safe. I have to remind you that his flash was down in that fight. His flash just came up just a while ago. So his flash was down, so he couldn't flash over and kill the Sion. I don't think he would have wanted to either. He would have thought that's not worth it, and he'd save it for the next fight. But yeah, this Kog'Maw pick is definitely working out for Team Thefegits. The Irelia pick is working out too, but I'm not particularly sure about the other picks. The Leona is doing really well. As you had said, Loki, the Lux has done well, but she's also failed quite a bit.
Oh, now Zed taken very low. Oh, he's just gonna... No, he doesn't kill Chloe. Wow. GG, well played. Chloe playing that out very well. He actually got caught out by the Zed, but Zed not being able to kill Chloe. And a lot of pings going on the map. I guess they're pinging Irelia to take top, and, red team really want the spot lane.
Yes, for sure. Okay, we might see Devils go down to Irelia. He's going really hard.
Yeah, I think Devils is gonna go down. No, actually, Irelia not chasing. Don't know why.
Yeah, Irelia's hit end style finished, so she pretty much just left it. She knew that she couldn't take down such a tanky champ, and it would be a bother to chase for so long when she can just eat up the minions straight out. But yeah, just talking about Chloe again, I mean, I just can't stop talking about this guy because he's that good. I told you, right, like he held on to his flashes just for the simple fact that it will help him later on. And we just see a huge ult from IMLMZ. It's a 3-man ult, of course. She doesn't take everyone down low. She does take Aurora to about quarter health. Yeah, just about Chloe, he saves his summoner spells for really important moments, and that was the important moment. He escaped from the Zed,
oh,
which
now
is good
blue
play.
team looking to engage. Gautam Iverson going very fair. Solar Flare goes down but doesn't catch anybody. Now red team look like to re-engage this. Mummy does get a good ultimate spell shield being used. Actually, he doesn't get his ultimate, but a good binding coming in, and Sejuani taking a lot of damage. Curse of the Mummy used, but for one person, and they don't even get the kill out of him. So, another snare. Oh, and the Sejuani ult misses, but Sion coming up huge, getting 3-man in his CC. Here comes our ultimate target. Here comes DPS. Chloe not able to DPS at all. IMZ getting his ulti up, catching a good members, but here comes Irelia into the fight. That's a double kill going for Lux, and Irelia and Lux just cleaning up this whole fight. The Deathmark does go down on the support, which doesn't really do much, but now Zed flashing away, but Irelia has the Q, will go for the pickup. That's a double kill for Sion, but that will be a cleanup ace for the blue team, and just very well played, the blue team.
Okay, Loki, I'm gonna ask you this question. When was the last time that you've seen a Kog'Maw just like stand right in the front line and actually live for so long?
I have no idea, but he was pretty much... I wouldn't say it was a positioning problem. I think he just got CC caught and he just accepted his fate right there.
Yeah, I agree, Loki. Yeah, he did get CC, but he actually stood and tried his best though. He got some decent damage onto the top laner, that is Sion, and also onto the Corki, because the Corki was taken down like about a couple of seconds straight after. That was definitely a good play from the blue team. Got to commend the Irelia. She put on a really good chase and took down the Zed. She also helped the Lux. Well, she was the backup for Lux, and she did take down a couple of others, which was really good. Yeah, this is where this Lux pickup works. This Lux pickup works because she pretty much got a 4-man ult, and her ult CD is. Let me just check and tell you this. It's 38 seconds. That's the Lux ult CD right now. So she ults, holds on for like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and then engages into a team fight and then just ults again. And she's got so much damage. So this Lux pickup is definitely working out for them now. She's 5'3", and the Sejuani has made a comeback. She's 5'3", 9. The Zed is 7'5", but I think he might be engaging in the fights a little too late because that's what happened last time.
Yeah, indeed, and you know, laning phase went pretty well for the blue team. I mean, they did come out on top with the micro trades and with the small towers. Not major kills, but just the, you know, small towers and the small you know, trades just coming out between them, and they did come out on top. So this is really kind of showing onto this mid game, 33 minutes in here, and right now we have Irelia picking up that Guardian's Angel. So you know, we really pretty much know how team fights are gonna go on. But you know, comparing the last team fight and all the other team fights, we really haven't seen a team fight where everybody has, you know, really hit their ultimate properly. I mean, the last team fight, a lot of people just threw their main ultimate somewhere over and over, and none of them actually got a proper CC. But right now Zed going very aggressive on the Lux. It's a good Zhonya is coming in by Lux, but still the DPS is there and a panic flash coming out. But here comes Leona getting the passive proc onto the Zed, and Zed being able to heal up. Blade the Rune King used, and tons of damage. Well played. Beautiful ultimate does get the Lux. Now Leona looks like the new focus. Will ultimate target get him? No, he's taking too much damage from the turret, and Irelia trying to look for some blood here, but she's not doing anything. A Curse of the Sad Mummy and Show Cycles being used. CC, a lot of CC going down, but here comes the DPS. Chloe coming right in here, trying to clean up this fight, but ooh, actually bad positioning, but he's gonna go flash in. Double kill coming from Irelia, but the DPS is doing a lot of damage. Sion doing all he can, trying to get up. Guardian Angel is being popped for Irelia, and she's playing a little bit passively, but the DPS, Gautam, actually taking up the kill. But now Chloe's still alive in the fight. Sion, the last member, he could actually chase, but he doesn't want to, and that was just the most awkward and oh my god, I don't have words to explain that team fight. I mean,
well, I've got to commend how well you casted that fight for sure. You just kept you were on a roll on that cast, man. Well, we just see pings on the dragon right now from the blue team. I've got to commend the Scion for trying really hard to stop this dragon, but I don't think it's a good idea. The Scion will get taken down by Chloe. Yeah, and he does instantly. That was. Did you see the crit that just came out from Chloe? That was like an instantaneous crit. It was massive. And yeah, that's what happens. That was such a bad idea from Sion. I've got to commend his courage, but yeah, that's a misplay. I think the red team might be angsty with the just jumping into team fights like this and or jumping into the team like this, just solo, trying to make some solo plays with the wrong champions. Sion is not the champion that you make solo plays on, is it, Loki?
No, it isn't, but I think you can just see moves of desperation because Sion is actually the one that's been playing up and trying to carry these team fights as hard as possible. And, you know, he just doesn't have the damage because he's just going full tank Sion. I mean, he requires his Corki to do most of the DPS, and Corki is just getting shut down by the Irelia, and a lot of his mispositioning is really costing him this match. So, you know, those were just moves of desperation there. I mean, if Sion probably could have gone a, you know, damage item, and he'd actually be really, these fights would have a different outcome for sure. But since Sion is going just full tank and being able to last out these fights, he is getting good CCs on like 3 to 4 man stuns, but then they just lack a lot of damage. I mean, this Corki, you said earlier that Corki is falling off late game. Even before getting that late game, I mean, he's just out damaged by the blue team. I mean, Irelia coming in with that Trinity Force, but ooh, another ulti being hit by tons of damage, but he's gonna miss it, and I think they're just gonna disengage that fight. Although, you know, Sejuani coming in, she's gonna be looking for an ulti. Solar Flare misses again, but the Sejuani ulti catches ultimate target. Irelia coming from the back line. The back line of the blue team is totally safe, and a double kill coming out from Irelia, just wrecking the red team's backline, but of which you will take the kill on the Zed, and 5 members of Thefegits just chasing down Maleficient. Devils is the next target. Tons of damage, is the only one alive. I don't really think they want to dive this one because of how tanky he is, but they will at least take an inhibitor. And Chloe just playing a very good game. I mean, he's very safe in those backlines. He's dishing out a lot of damage along with IMZ, and you know, there's just not much red team can do, because they're just getting with 2 members of the blue team alone, they're just able to wipe out the whole team. And you know, once the DPS starts coming in, they're just completely irrelevant. So right now, blue team will be taking up the inhibitor, getting a good ace besides the Scion, and they'll be taking a very good Baron, and probably look to pressurize the bot lane, I guess.
Well, I'm actually surprised that they missed a ward right behind the Baron. This is not going to cost them, but kind of sloppy play when you miss a ward right in front of your face. We just see the Lux just cover the Baron with the ult, just for safety. The empowered recalls, that is the enhanced recalls, are definitely going to help them out. Just get out of there. This is definitely good play from the blue team. Yeah, so just before this match, Chloe and we were just playing a custom, because he wanted to practice his last hitting, and I pretty much knew that he was a shoo-in immediately. As soon as I saw the way he played against me, I was just like, okay, this guy is definitely gonna show face, and he is definitely gonna start raking the enemy ADC. And right now I feel like I wasn't wrong, because he's doing so well. He's got 6, 4 and 14 assists. He's got just as many assists as the support, and this is really good. The Sage one is the only one that's like pretty much done better than him, and the Lux and the Irelia are going pretty even. So I'm actually surprised that the Sejuani has actually come back into this game, and she's done really, really well, considering the sloppy plays in the beginning and the ult that she missed in a crucial team fight. So I'm definitely commending the blue team on this. Team Thefegits have pulled through, and they are wrecking Team Maleficent right now. And this game might just be over, Loki. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be over. I mean, unless they can get a good catch on one of these targets and then probably force a 4v5, this doesn't look like it's going to go in their way, because Team Thefegits just has too much damage from that Irelia, and a full tank Scion is actually very good in competitive play, as in rank 5s like this, but when you have no damage for that AP Scion to tank, I mean, to dish out while he tanks the damage, it's just completely pointless. I mean, Scion actually coming in does get the stun onto 2 people. Chloe trying to be as safe as possible. The Solar Flare does take down 2 people. Aurora just getting very down without the DPS alone. Curse of the Sad Mummy does come in. Tons of damage also taken very low. Chloe is just, you know, focusing very good focusing coming on to Chloe. I mean, that's a double kill, taking out the top lane and jungle, the most tankiest people of the team. And Irelia actually getting into a small skirmish with Sammy over on the top lane. Now Irelia is chasing towards the Zed and will take down the Zed's Guardian Angel. They'll take the turret and hopefully take down the Zed. Meanwhile, the rest of his team just plowing through the base, and I think that's GG.
That's GG for sure, Loki. This game is over. Well, congratulations to Team Thefegits. Unfortunately, Team Maleficent, this does mean that they will be knocked out. So all you Team Maleficent fans out there, I feel bad for you. But yeah, congratulations to Team Thefegits. It's always nice to cast, and I love the fact that I was casting with Loki, an amazing caster, and I hope to be casting another game with him. But stay tuned, folks. We do have another game coming up, I guess. So yeah, stay tuned.